Hi, my name is Shanna, and welcome back to my channel where we talk about life, business, and everything in between. Today, we're going to talk about how selling a high ticket offer can actually be profitable and can help you scale your business. What I help entrepreneurs do and business owners, I help them clarify their positioning and their offer, their high ticket offer, and even offers in their business that help them grow and or scale in a way that does not produce burnout. And so one of the questions that I get often is, what can I sell for high ticket? And although that may seem like it's a trick question, it really is something that is a common question, and it's even something that I had to understand or learn when I first got started with my company. So first, when I first got started, I told you a little bit about my story before in previous episodes about why it took me so long to hit my revenue goals. I started off selling low ticket, and not to say that low ticket is a bad thing, but if you have a high revenue goal and you're trying to not hit burnout or become overwhelmed, I would advise you to pivot into selling high ticket, or at least adding a high ticket offer to your container suite or your offer suite. What this allows you to do, and what it allowed me to do, and what I assist my other clients with doing, is to allow them to package their expertise in a way that would allow them to sell it in for higher or premium pricing. And this is not just because they may have decided, but yes, you do have to make a decision on where do you want to stand. Do you want to sell high ticket or do you want to sell low ticket? There's no right and wrong way, but what do you want majority of your revenue to be driven from? And I made a decision that I wanted my revenue to kind of, mostly of my revenue, 80% of it to at least come from a high ticket offer, which allowed me to actually have more impact and connection with my ideal clients, and then allow me to work with them for a longer period of time because they were able to see tangible results in their company and in their business. And so today we're going to talk a little bit about what can you sell? How can you package that? And the goal of this is to encourage you to profit from other people's problems. And I'm not talking about broke problems. I'm talking about problems that you see in the marketplace where you're able to position your expertise, your skill, your experience, and then you're able to solve a high ticket offer for that particular ideal client. Problems, we were created literally to solve a problem, to be a solution. We are solutions. We are answers to someone's prayers, because what we carry, what we have, sometimes we're not able to see it because we're so close to it. But if you have a burden, or if you're like, hey, this is something I've done in the workplace, in the corporate world, maybe in ministry, and I'm ready to now scale it and leverage it in a high ticket offer so that I'm able to solve a problem, then this is something that you can consider. Make a profit from people problems. People problems exist every single day, and people are willing to pay premium and high ticket just to get those problems solved. So first of all, anchor that your decision in that. Is there a problem in the marketplace, a gap that you see that is profitable, that you're able to now stand in the gap to say, hey, I would like to provide a solution in this area? The next thing is sell your genius. Yes, sell your genius. Sell your genius. A lot of times, I meet with the client and they want to sell, they want to come into the market, but they're trying to create something from just scratch. They want to take all of their expertise, their genius, and just throw it down the drain because they're thinking that, which is a myth, that they have to do things just like the way they see it being done. And that is not a truth. That is not a truth. You can be you. You can be authentic. You can show up in the marketplace in a way that adds value, but then provides profit for you. And so sometimes you're not able to identify your genius. And this is kind of what I help my clients with. They're so close. It's so close to you. It's like second nature. And you are able to just do it probably with your eyes closed. You're able to walk on the scene and go immediately, immediately into position and action. And you're showing up in that way over and over again. This may look as if you're you're creative. And so you may be, great at marketing or graphic designing. You may be great at speaking. And so communication and messaging comes with ease for you. You may be analytical or strategic, and so therefore creating systems and strategy and administration is something that comes second nature to you. It can be anything, but it's your genius. So therefore you can package this in a way that allows you to leverage it as a high ticket offer. Also, people will pay for pain to be solved, or for an answer to their pain quicker than they'll pay for pleasure. And think about it, when we think about the market of painkillers and aspirin and Tylenol and ibuprofen, all these different things, the pharmaceutical industry is booming, $1 billion industry, not because they are actually providing a solution to a problem, and most of the times it's a solution of discomfort, pain, disease. And so therefore this is something that their market is going to purchase and buy over and over again to continue to solve the problem, or to continue to provide strategy and support to leverage and release that pain. So people will pay for their pain to be solved quicker than they'll pay for pleasure. Sometimes they will pay for their business to get started and to be profitable over them maybe taking a trip. Why? Because they are able to see the return on their investment on the long run. And so by looking at the market to see what you can leverage, like how you can profit off of someone's problem, is actually profitable. And then even further packaging that in a high ticket offer. And then let's take it a little step further. When you think about problems, and this is some individuals, you've been working, you're making money in your business, but you may have already been selling high ticket, but you're struggling now with saying, okay, how can I scale that? How can I maybe position it, refine it, market it? I'm getting inconsistent sales. And sometimes it does lie in who are you selling to? That can be one of the things, but then also what are you selling? I always advise clients, before you put in the work in investing in production, marketing, we want to make sure that the market is willing to pay you for this offer. And so sometimes that means you have to market before you produce or put together and create. You want to make sure that you're getting a yes. You want to make sure that you have something that's worth selling, and you have a buying audience that's saying, hey, I want to purchase this from you, before you put the energy and time. It doesn't mean that you can't do it, but sometimes we may have to pivot, we may have to refine it, we may have to repurpose some of the content in a way that it's clear and speaking directly to a specific client or customer. And so think about this, when you're getting started, but then also think about this when you're in a position to grow and scale, because it may just be a season of refining. I hope some of the things that I've shared is something that you can take back to consider and think about. If you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to share them below. I would love to hear from you. And if you haven't done so already, I don't know what you're waiting for, but please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. And please invite a friend. And I look forward to speaking with you again in the future. Have a great day. Bye.